Adobe enters the AI race, armed with new tech everyone's talking about. Generative Fill is the new tool taking the internet by storm, but it's not the only thing that makes Adobe's Firefly amazing. Users of Firefly have generated over 70 million images in just 1 month. Find out what sets this AI image generator apart from the rest. Want to use Firefly and Generative Fill to its full potential? We've got some helpful tips for you. A bit of a revolution is taking place in the creative industry. We're seeing a new force entering the AI race, and they're a brand creatives are very familiar with. Adobe has set the standards for creative tools since the 1980s. Now they're showing that they're not letting AI pass by them. They've released Firefly, an image generation tool. It's available to use for free right now. There's a beta version online. Firefly has also been incorporated into Adobe Express's beta version, and there's a collaboration with Google we'll unpack in a bit. So we'll be seeing a lot of this new AI tool. In this video, we'll delve deep into the awe-inspiring capabilities of Firefly. We'll also share invaluable tips to harness its true potential. So brace yourself for a journey that will leave you astounded. Adobe's Firefly burst onto the scene in March. Since then, it has been etching its name in Adobe's 40-year history. Adobe says it's one of its most successful beta launches ever. Over 70 million images were generated in just its first month. You may think there are a few generators out right now. What do Adobe's have that others don't? There's a few ways that Adobe is doing things differently. The most important is when it comes to copyright issues. Have you been watching our videos? If so, you may know about some of these issues. Image generators need to be trained. What does this mean? Millions of images have been fed to these image generators. These images train it to be able to produce similar results, but not all of them are copyrighted, and this leads to a ton of legal trouble. It has also opened AI companies up to ethical questions. We've seen artists complain about people using AI to mimic their styles, and this suggests AI generators have been trained on their work. Stable Diffusion, for example, is being sued by Getty. The company claims Stable Diffusion was trained on 12 million Getty images. They say these images were used without permission or compensation. And this isn't the only high-profile lawsuit the image generator faces. Stable Diffusion and Midjourney are both being sued by 3 US artists. No creators of image generators seem to have dealt with copyright issues until Adobe stepped into the fray. Firefly is an image generator with a difference. It has a commitment to ensuring the safety of commercially used images. Firefly has only been trained on legal images. These include pics from Adobe's own stock images library and some openly licensed and public domain content too. This means Firefly is free of the copyright concerns other AI tools face. So how is Adobe keeping things legal? By creating a way for people to copyright their work. They've integrated the Content Authenticity Initiative, or CAI, into Firefly. This assures the verifiability and proper attribution of your creations. CAI uses open-source technology to create a verification trail for your content. Then, content credentials are created. These are similar to the nutrition labels you'll find on food. They reveal essential details such as the model employed in the image generation. This is perhaps the biggest game-changing factor Adobe is creating. Solving the copyright issue in AI image generation is a huge deal. It will encourage Adobe's competitors to improve their content attribution standards, and this could restore people's trust in generative AI. Then there's Adobe's AI tool, Generative Fill, powered by Firefly. This has been getting a massive response on the internet. Some people have been using it to extend famous album covers. They've been using it to design backgrounds, going beyond the cover's frame. These allow music fans to reimagine their favorite album covers. Some of these examples have gone viral. For example, the Beatles' Abbey Road. There are versions where we see the album cover extending into space. These extended album covers weren't loved by everyone. Some considered them a little bit of a gimmick, but they're far from all Generative Fill can do. Basically, this tool allows you to edit images by using text prompts. These prompts allow Adobe to fill in the background for you. This could be a huge time saver for designers. So let's quickly explore the capabilities of Generative Fill. It can be accessed through Photoshop Beta. This free version of Photoshop allows users to see Generative Fill in action. Rather than generating new images, it edits existing ones. It does this in a way that saves designers time because it removes the most time-consuming grunt work. How do you get started with Generative Fill? First, you begin a free trial of Photoshop. Then you install the beta version. You can do this through the Creative Cloud app. That's it. So now that you know how to use it, the big question is, what can it do? Generative Fill transforms text prompts into artwork in a matter of seconds. This allows you to add, extend, or remove content from your images. The process is quick and intuitive. It allows you to explore high-quality concept and experiment with ideas effortlessly. Those who know their way around Photoshop are at an advantage here. That's because the way Generative Fill is integrated into Photoshop. You can leverage this feature alongside other editing tools, and you can adjust and fine-tune AI-generated content on separate layers. This provides you with complete creative control. It also takes away the fear factor. You can refine, edit, or remove any element without affecting the original image. It's a safe, non-destructive approach. Generative Fill can expand images, add details, refine elements, or remove unwanted objects. This feature simplifies the process for a lot of designers. What makes it a game changer is that it understands artistic principles. It can incorporate appropriate shadows, reflections, lighting, and perspective. This minimizes the need for extensive manual editing. Generative Fill can also seamlessly remove unwanted elements from your images. You can eliminate stray shadows, trim objects, or replace elements altogether. Think of it like the Fill tool, only intelligent. Ideally, it should fill the selected areas with images that make artistic sense. So with Firefly, Adobe has created something with multiple uses. You can generate images like you can with DALL-E and others. This will give it appeal to those with no image editing skills. Then there's the new version of Photoshop with Generative Fill. This will appeal to designers looking to streamline their creative process. And Firefly users can use their own output without worrying about copyright issues. These three factors make it an extremely potent AI tool. Then there's the advantage of Adobe's existing content creation ecosystem. We've seen this in the way that Generative Fill is changing Photoshop. Adobe users know well how the different apps work together, so they won't be surprised at how Firefly has been integrated seamlessly. Whether you're using Adobe Creative Cloud, Adobe Document Cloud, Adobe Experience Cloud, or Adobe Express, Firefly will become part of your experience, and you can switch between the Adobe apps fairly effortlessly. So there's lots of potential here for creators to elevate their work. Firefly can be accessed using the free beta version of Adobe Express. There is a toolbar with an option for generative AI. This takes you to an image generator, similar to DALL-E and others. But Express has also incorporated Firefly in other ways. You can use Express to edit existing images or create new ones. There's an intuitive suite of editing tools that all now use Firefly. There's also the templates, fonts, and Adobe stock assets Adobe users are used to. Another bit of important news about Firefly is its collaboration with Google. In May, we discovered that Google plans to integrate Firefly into Bard. This makes sense because of how Adobe is addressing the copyright issue. By using Firefly, Google doesn't have to worry about being sued. Adobe promises that Firefly will make image generating on Bard possible. Users will describe their vision to Bard to create Firefly-generated images. They can then modify and edit their images with Adobe Express. All in all, designers and other digital creators should be excited. Adobe is well known for pushing the boundaries of creative tools. By adding AI, they will be able to take things to the next level. We are convinced that Firefly is going to be a huge hit. So stay tuned to find out if this prediction is correct, and keep watching for more on the latest AI news.